You're approved. The credit is yours. $50,000. You do need a FICO score over 600. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and do me a favor, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It really helps get our content to a wider audience, and I greatly appreciate the support. So in today's video, we're going to be going over a business financing resource, and this is really geared towards newer businesses who might have limited credit history or have limited revenue and may not be able to qualify for some of the major financial institutions. And you can get a line of credit with no hard credit check whatsoever, up to $50,000. And all you need is a minimum of a 600 FICO score. So CreditKey is a fintech organization, and one of the cool things is that they offer both lines of credit, but also if you have a business that offers some type of physical products, you can actually offer your clients and customers a line of credit as well, where they could use that line of credit to pay for whatever goods and services that you offer. Now, the lines of credit, as it states right here, go up to $50,000. You get 0% APR for the first 30 days, and then it's only going to be 1% of the monthly balance that you carry. So after the first 30 days, whatever balance that you're carrying thereafter is going to be 1% per month. But they do have terms out to 12 months. So by the end of the 12 months, you do have to pay down your balance. Now, you can use CreditKey for your business purchases, and checking your rate will not affect your credit score. Now, in terms of minimum requirements in order to get approved, you do need a FICO score over 600. You're also going to need business revenue over 40,000. So when you break down 40,000 annually, I think that works out to maybe around $3,500 or so per month in gross revenue. Now, one of the key distinguishers with CreditKey is that they have a much lower annual revenue requirement to qualify, because most lenders are going to want to see at least $10,000 per month in monthly gross revenue. With CreditKey, the minimum is very low. It's around $3,500 or so, maybe even a little less than that if my math is right. No bankruptcies or open collections. And as it states right here, checking your rate will not affect your credit score. So they will be using your Equifax FICO score. Credit score on Equifax needs to be at least a 600 or higher in order to qualify. I also wanted to point out that when it comes to your Equifax credit report, you want to make sure that your credit report is not frozen, because if your report is frozen, they won't be able to give you an offer. So just make sure, if you decide to apply for this CreditKey line of credit, just make sure that your credit report is not frozen or you don't have any type of fraud alert on your credit profile. Now, how it works, CreditKey allows you to get the funds you need right when you need them. They offer a simple, affordable monthly terms. So again, the first 30 days is always interest free, no early repayment fees. You can get a decision in seconds. So usually you can get a decision immediately. Checking your rate will not affect your credit score. They offer larger, better lines of credit. So the lines of credit go up to $50,000 and you only pay for what you use. All right, so I just wanted to show you an example. So I was able to go through this process and get approved for just a $5,000 line of credit. Now, again, this is just to collect some data points, and I can confirm that there was no hard credit check whatsoever. There's a base rate of 1 to 2% based on the term length. And so I have the base rate of 1%. Now, this might vary depending on what your credit score is. So if you have a lower credit score, you might have a base rate of around 2. Now, some frequently asked questions: do you report back to any credit bureaus? So right here it says, we do not report to any credit bureaus on your payment history with CreditKey. At the time of the application, CreditKey will run a soft personal credit check in order to approve the line of credit. Applying and using the line of credit with CreditKey will not affect your personal or business credit. The only time CreditKey may report back on missed payments to the credit bureaus would be in dire circumstances, including defaulting on the loan. So again, CreditKey is used to pay for vendors. So you could submit an invoice to a vendor. Now, after you submit your invoice, what's next? Once your invoice is submitted, you'll get a confirmation email that it has been received, and it'll take about 1 business day to review your payment request for approval. Once reviewed, you will receive a follow-up email with the next steps. The invoice submitted must contain your business name as it appears on your CreditKey account, your business billing and shipping address as it appears on your CreditKey account, the vendor's address, the vendor's phone number, and email if possible, total amount owed to the vendor, as well as an invoice ID. Now, if you want to submit a credit limit increase, it's very straightforward. You can see if you qualify for more in a few minutes. In terms of support documentation, you're going to upload the last 3 months of your business bank statements, and this is required if you want a credit limit increase. All right, so just to recap, in order to qualify for the CreditKey line of credit that goes up to $50,000, you're going to need a minimum of a 600 FICO score, and they do use Equifax. Make sure that your Equifax credit report is not frozen if you do decide to apply. Again, this is not financial advice. You'll also need to be making at least $40,000 in annual revenue. Now, I think this is a game changer because, again, most lenders do require like around $10,000 or more to qualify for most of the different lines of credit and loan products. So the fact that they have a much lower threshold, I think, will benefit a lot of newer businesses. Now, the way CreditKey works is not like a traditional line of credit where they just hand you the line of credit, you can withdraw cash. It's basically going to be used to pay for different vendors. So what will happen is you can use your CreditKey line of credit to pay a vendor, and you do have to get your invoices approved through CreditKey. So not all merchants and vendors will qualify to receive payment through your CreditKey line of credit. And another great thing about CreditKey is that you can offer financing to your customer. Let's say you sell a physical product and your customers may not have the capital, and you could actually get set up with CreditKey to offer financing to your customers. Now, since the requirements are low, it's going to be very easy for a lot of businesses to qualify for a CreditKey line of credit. And this can help boost your sales because you're offering finance to your customers. Anyways, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Let me know your comments and questions right down below. And if anyone has any firsthand experience with CreditKey, would definitely love to hear your perspective. That's all for today. Until next time, take it easy and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.